Hey guys, I hope everything is going well. Everybody's staying cool or hot depending on where you live. Hope everybody's happy and healthy, and yeah. This video is going to be another missing persons or mysterious disappearance kind of video. As always, my sources will be in the description so you can read them yourself. And yeah, let's all pull up a stump and let's jump into it. Thank you for watching. On December 1st, 1949, a war veteran named James Edward Tedford vanished without a trace off of a moving vehicle. Just 2 years prior, his wife Pearl mysteriously went missing as well. This is that story. James Edward Tedford was born somewhere around 1884 in Vermont, a state in the United States. Nothing really remarkable seems to have happened in his early life, as there isn't really much data about it. So from that, it seems like he was a pretty average guy, leading a pretty average life. By 1940, though, he was living in a small town named Fletcher in Franklin County in the state of Vermont. As of 2018, the population there is 1,339. James, at the age of 56, was married to a much younger woman, Pearl, who was 28 at the time. James returned back to Vermont at the end of a second tour of service with the U.S. military somewhere around 1945, just as the war was coming to an end. Things seemed to be quite normal at first. However, one day, when he returned home, Pearl was gone. James Tedford's family all said they had no knowledge of what happened to Pearl or her whereabouts. In fact, they had last seen her enter an Amoco store that was in Franklin County. Apparently that day, other people, when questioned, said that nothing happened out of the ordinary with Pearl. She had been her regular self. However, earlier that day, when James did come home, he found the house to be in order. There was a meal that was in the progress of being prepared before Pearl had left. He thought that his wife had just stepped out for a second, and so he didn't worry. Later in the evening, he began to worry, as this was unlike her to be gone this long. This is when he spoke to other people, and they told him about the store, as well as her behaving normally. Pearl, though, would unfortunately never be seen again. After searching to no avail, a depressed James Tedford checked himself into a soldier's retirement home in 1947. I would also like to note that the mental health of our veterans is very important. We've come a long way in helping people with various mental issues, but there's always room for improvement. So if you're feeling completely bad or broken, beyond hope and all that, just know that you never know what great things may just be around the corner, around the bend, and to seek help if you feel like you need it. Hold on, everyone, we're all going to make it through this. Anyways, James became reclusive and did not make any friends at the soldier retirement home. He was barely ever seen in public or even leaving his quarters. Apparently, he would simply sit alone and stare off into space. He did, however, go visit some remaining relatives. He would take a bus trip there and back. The trip took 8 hours to get from where he lived to St. Albans, Vermont. By December 1st, 1949, James Tedford had taken this trip many times, and it was considered a regular trip for him to take. On this day, he was on his bus trip back to the retirement home. There were a total of 15 passengers on the bus, including James. There was a long delay at one point due to a bad snowstorm. The route the bus was taking also passed through the Green Mountain National Forest. All of the passengers testified that James was on the bus during the ride back to the retirement home. Several witnesses said they had seen him sleeping soundly in his seat, and no one had seen the man leave the bus, even during the delay. Somewhere between Bennington and the last stop on the bus route, however, James Edward Tedford vanished without a trace. His luggage, cash, and a bus schedule, and all of his other belongings were left on the bus, seemingly abandoned. Besides the delay, the bus made no other stops along the way. Searches were commenced, but nothing turned up, and James Tedford was never found. His disappearance, though, isn't the only one in the area. The vanishing has been linked to another anomalous group called the Bennington Triangle. Those missing people are Mitty Rivers, Paula Weldon, Paul Jeffson, Frida Langer, if you would like to see me do a video on those ones, then, maybe let me know in the comments or whatever. And as I said, the sources that I used are definitely in the description. There should be 4 of them, I think. But what do you think happened? Did Pearl simply leave James for someone else? Did she actually vanish off the face of the earth? Was she abducted? What about James? Did he slip off the bus when no one was looking and the bus accidentally left him in the snowstorm? Was it a suicide? Did he just actually vanish? Let me know what you think down in the comments. And I know this is going to be a much, much shorter video than what I usually put out, but I am very busy this week and I just can't get everything recorded in time. So you'll have to bear with me this time. I'll make a longer one next time, I promise. But anyways, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe and all that cool stuff, and you can become a patron if you want to. It's all up to you. Anyways, I hope you all have a good night or day or whenever you're viewing this. And yeah, I shall see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.